What is up, bros? It's your boy Blind, and I am back with a headset review for you guys. About 6 months ago, I did this, and I did a review on the Astro A40s and the 720s. Now, I got quite a bit of hate on that video, because I never did the specs, and I tried to talk about it as if I knew what I was talking about, and my whole goal was not to come off as I know what I'm talking about when it comes to specs. I was more or less just trying to give my opinion on what I thought was better, and because when I looked up videos, okay, before I bought either of my headsets, I looked up reviews on both of them. I looked up which one was better, like the specs that each one had that the other one didn't, and things like that. And I wanted to know which was best, so I wasn't trying to come off as I know all about headsets and things, because I really don't. I just give my opinion on what I like about them, what I don't like about them, compared to each other. But I've done my research. I've looked up the specs of each headset and what each one has to offer. So hopefully this will help out much better, and this one will come out much better. So I do apologize that if it's a little shaky. I'm trying to do this as steady as possible with my phone with one hand and talk and use my other hand to, move these headsets around and show you them. So bear with me. I apologize. If you want, just go ahead, go to another page and look up these things, look up prices and things like that, and just listen to me talk if that helps. So let's get right into this. Now, the far left is obviously the Astro A40s, the middle ones are my AX720s, and the ones on the far right are my AXPROs. Now, I'm not really going to talk much about the Pros. Those are just an extra headset that my friend had given me. He didn't want them anymore. He was missing a cord, and I thought at some point I'll probably buy it and resell them. So maybe if you're looking at getting Pros, you want to buy these off me, message me or whatever. I bought the cord. I just don't use them now that I have my Astros. I'll sell them. It's not a big deal. I have everything for it. So yeah. Let's get right into this. These here are the Astros. Now, my favorite thing, and I want to start off with this, is the removable speaker tags, and you can move the boom on either side. Now, my team's name is Charisma, and we have our logo on our speaker tags. My teammate Jonesy, Nate, he had bought them, and he has his gamer tag underneath them. He had one of my other friends, Nick, make it for him, our graphics designer, and put his gamer tag on it. And when you order speaker tags, you get them in threes. You get the left, the right, with the hole in it, and then an extra one for the other side. Now this was his extra one since he used the other two, and he went ahead and gave it to me. So it's really simple. They're just 4 magnets. Pop them on, pop them off. Not a big deal. You can get anything you want on it. Pictures. One of my good friends, Trevin, his girlfriend actually had a picture of the two of them. Bought him speaker tags for his Astros of them. The picture of the two of them. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like I said, you can move the boom from either side. It's really simple. Take the speaker tag off, remove the boom, and pop it in on the other side. I prefer mine on the right, but personal preference, I'm not going to do that because I'm doing, like I said, this is one-handed. It's a lot difficult already as it is, so I'll go and leave it. Okay, now in the middle, the Pros, they don't do anything. You can't move them like you can with these. When I go to events, okay, you can turn the ear cups in and wear them around your neck, which I do when I go to events. Now, I guess I should talk about that a little bit. I'm a competitive Call of Duty player. I competed on the circuit last year for Call of Duty Black Ops, and yeah, I went to a few events, but that's not really what we're here to talk about. But, like I said, I can wear them around events, I can pop it around my neck, wear them, they're really light, and it's not so nerdy. I mean, you see people rocking Beats around their necks, and no one really says much. Again, at these events, no one's going to say anything to you about having headsets around your neck. Everyone's doing it. So that's convenient. You cannot do that with either of the Pros or the 720s. You can just adjust them to fit your head better. The only difference between the Pros and the 720, other than they both give out 5.1. Now I have the 2011 edition of the A40s, and the 720s are from probably 2009, 2010. So I do not have the 7.1, which the new A40s offer. They're $10 more. And you get 7.1 Dolby Digital Surround Sound, which, if I'm not mistaken, do not take this to heart, but I believe that the Xbox only allows up to 5.1, so the 7.1 might be overkill, it might not. That's just something that if you're considering, why not, if it's only $10 extra, right? It's not that big of a deal. So, yeah, the Pros, they light up, the Ts. The Ts do, they're not hooked up, obviously, so they're not going to light up. That's really cool looking, though. They're like an orangish, pinkish color. Not pink, but they're like orange, like light red. I don't know, I'm colorblind, don't take that to heart again. But yeah, they look really cool lit up. Is it worth it? No, not really. If you have the money for Pros, you should invest in, if you have the money for Pros, you should invest in the A40s. I don't see why not. When I bought my 720s, they were 120, and when I bought my Astro A40s, I was at my first event in Columbus last year in June, and they were 250. But I didn't have to pay for shipping and things, so that was nice because I got them there. They have an Astro booth and things, and I hooked them all up, and I love them. I absolutely love them. I use them for my commentaries. I use them for everything that I do recording wise. They sound great, look great. Again, they're just worth the money if you're considering becoming a competitive player or if you want to get the upper hand on players in general. So now that I've talked a little bit about what they are, what they have to offer, the 720s are a 2-channel, 2-speaker, and they give out the Pro Logic. It's called Dolby Digital Pro Logic 2. I believe that it is 5.1 again, but again, don't take that to heart. But I know that with the 2011 edition, it's 1 speaker, 40mm drivers that offer a 5.1 Dolby Digital surround sound. Now I know there's 2 speakers in both the 720s and the Pros, and they give off that the Pro Logic 2 is like the other name for it, which I want to say is 5.1. The new ones offer 7.1, but the ones that I have offer 5.1. Again, is it really worth it? Maybe. I don't know. I don't see a difference, but I don't really care. I love my headset. I'm not buying any more. I am tapped out. But let's talk about the mix amps a little bit. This is obviously the A40 one. You have your gain volume all the way left, you have your voice volume all the way to the right. You can mix them to get more or less of the other, or get it to sound even. And then you have your master volume, your min and max. You know, that's just gonna, however you plan on setting that up, that's all just preference. Then you have your chat cable, and then your headset cable that goes to up to the headset. It's got a removable quick remove here, so you can clip it off, and that's another thing. It's a short cable, so when you have them around your neck, they're not hanging to your knees. You can just clip it off right here, and your mute button is here on that, excuse me. You got your optical cable and your power cable for your USB to power it. I have mine hooked into my computer right now, but you normally would hook it into your Xbox, but the way I have everything set up with my capture card and all that, it's hooked up to my computer at the moment. So, yeah, and then this here is the AX720 mix amp, which also works for the Pros. It's dirty. It's been chilling in my closet for about 2 years since I haven't used them. Now, with the Trittons, there's so many more cords compared to the Astros. They're like 10 feet long. They're super long and not necessary. It's so much easier with the A40, so much more convenient, and it's just all around better. But if you don't have the money and you're just getting started, like I said, when I first started in competitive, I had the Turtle Beach X1s. They were not X11s at the time. They didn't have X12s. They were X1, 2, 3, and 4. I bought the X1s at Best Buy for $60, and then I moved up to the AXPROs, which I bought for $120 at Best Buy. The prices have gone down, and especially now, you can buy them on Amazon and get all the discounts and things like that. So you can find them up even as low as I've seen $100. Same with the A40s. You can find them used, and you can find good deals on it. That's just going to be up to you. But they can range with the AXPROs. They can range, with the A40s, they can range anywhere from $225 to $250 up to $260 if you do get the 2013 edition. And with the AXPROs, they can range from $100 to $140, all depending on what all you get and shipping and all things like that. But you can do on your own time and make that decision yourself. So, I'm trying to think what else I could really discuss. Now that you know the specs, you know what each one can do, the chords and things. Simplicity goes to Astros. Sound quality obviously goes to Astros. Literally, I can't say anything better about the Trittons compared to the Astros other than the price. If you don't want to spend all that money and you don't think it's necessary right now, which it probably isn't, then go ahead and go with the AXPROs or even the Turtle Beaches. That's up to you on how much you're willing to spend, but if you're looking at it and you are considering, you're in a debate right now, go with the A40s. Obviously, you will not have any problems. You're going to love them compared to what you have now. They're great, and you will not regret it one bit. So guys, look, I have my new desk all set up. I have all my things hooked up correctly. If you guys are interested, I can do a setup video on how I capture, how I do my commentaries, how I do the things that I do. I want to do more reviews and tutorials and things, so if that's something that interests you guys, please let me know. I can do that. It's not a problem. I'll do a setup video, explain what all the things I have. I have a pretty complicated setup, but then again, I can explain it pretty well and get my point across. So if this helped you at all, please leave a like, subscribe if you will. I drop all kinds of content, mostly Call of Duty. Like I said, I'm a competitive Call of Duty player, but I do play things like Happy Wheels, Medal of Honor that I have up now, and just a whole bunch of different things to offer. So if you're willing and you want, please subscribe, like, comment, whatever you want to do. It really helps me out a lot, and it leads me in the right way and can help me explain things to you guys better. Alright, this has been Blind, and I am out. Later, guys.